Hi there, as part of our revision of A2 Micro, here are 5 key points about the market structure oligopoly. So oligopoly is an imperfectly competitive industry in which there's a very high level of market concentration. The first point for revision is that the actual behaviour of firms is crucial in a monopoly. Oligopoly is best defined by the actual behaviour of firms, either in terms of price competition, non-price competition, or the potential for collusion. This is a market with a very high concentration ratio. Typically the C5 ratio is more than 60%. There are lots of branded products. There are barriers to entry and exit. And crucially, the behaviour by firm is interdependent. One firm has to take into account the likely reaction of other rivals in the market. So a classic example of a contestable oligopoly would be the market for, let's say, mobile phone handsets. Here's the data for the UK in 2014 and that classic battle between Samsung and Apple, Nokia and others. Second key point is the idea of price rigidity that's suggested by the Kinked demand curve model. The Kinked demand curve, and we have a separate topic video on this on our YouTube channel, is a model which assumes a business might face a dual demand curve for their product. And this is based on the likely reactions of other firms, in particular to a change in price or a change in another variable such as cost. The assumption of the model is that businesses raise price and others leave their prices constant. Okay? But if a business cuts their price, other firms tend to follow suit. Now, one of the key predictions of this demand curve model is that prices may anchor and become rigid or sticky at a certain level. And even if there's a change in the cost of supply, there may be no change in the price. So on oligopoly, firms have price setting power but may be reluctant to use it. Rivals in the market are unlikely to match a price rise but more likely to match a price fall, though nothing can be certain. If a firm has settled to one price, there may be little point in changing it, even if there's a change in costs. And the Kinked demand curve model suggests that we have to focus increasingly on the ways in which firms use non-price competition. So non-price competition is the third of our 5 key points. It's extremely frequent, extremely common. It involves any marketing strategy designed to increase demand and develop brand loyalty. So rapid product innovation, the improvement in quality of service, upgrades to products, loyalty schemes, branding, marketing, and other types of sales promotion. They're all really important in oligopolistic markets. Another aspect of oligopoly is the potential for collusion. Some kind of anti-competitive practice where firms either agree to fix the price or agree to share the market in some other way. Now, collusion is where businesses in a cartel within an oligopoly recognise their mutual interdependence and act together. The main aim is to increase joint profits by setting a high cartel price. But also collusion has the benefit of reducing some of the cost of competition. For example, businesses may decide collectively to spend less each on advertising and marketing. And crucially, it also reduces the degree of uncertainty in the market. So higher cartel prices can generate increased producer surplus, higher profits, and in theory, higher share prices. But point 5, collusion is a common feature of oligopoly, but collusion, in particular price fixing, can also be a fragile process. And we can use a bit of game theory to explain this. So using this simple payoff matrix, this is a pricing game between firm A and firm B. They're assumed to choose their prices at the same time. If they were to collude, they'd end up top left, both charging a high price and making each profits of $3 billion. If they were to compete vigorously on price with each other, they'd make $1 billion each. But even if they agree to collude and go high, there's an incentive for each firm in the market to undercut the other, to cheat on the cartel. So for example, if A charges a high price and B charges a low price, A makes no profit and B makes $5 billion. So even if there is a collusive agreement, which would be Pareto optimal, they're both better off in terms of the total profits. In fact, there's an incentive to cheat on the agreement. Take a look at our YouTube videos on the economics of cartels and how we can use game theory in your A-level economics. There we go, folks. 5 key points about oligopoly.